With each new one of these Super Mario movies, we get one step closer to finally getting a Super Smash Bros. Movie.
Alright, let's go.
Hi, I'm Hector, and today I'll review Super Mario Galaxy. FYI, I don't know a lot of the game lore surrounding Super Mario. I only ever played 3 Mario games, and one of them was Smash Bros. On the Switch. I basically only know most characters' names and whatever these movies tell me about them. Well, I like this movie, but I did not like it as much as the first one. For context, 3 years ago, the first Super Mario movie made more than $1 billion at the box office, putting it at number 2 of the highest grossing movies of 2023. And remember, 2023 was the year of Barbenheimer, so that Super Mario beat one of them at all was a big deal. Personally, I loved the movie a lot as well when I first watched it, and it only did not become my favorite movie of the year because of John Wick 4. Yes, I'm a man of many tastes. So you can imagine how hyped I was for this movie. Maybe because of my high expectations, I didn't like it as much as I would have wished. For starters, the 3D animation is still as good, if not better, as in the first movie. Lovely to see that Illumination is still putting money and talent into this franchise. The plot was like whatever, like in the first movie. It's about Mario and Cora rescuing a princess. Remember the blue star who kept saying depressing stuff in the first movie? Well, this movie's main princess is Rosalina. She's like a motherly figure to a lot of little star guys. The entire movie is basically about Team Mario rescuing her from Bowser Jr. Yes, Bowser got laid somehow before trying to mate with Princess Peach. Yes, I'm as surprised as you guys are. And this movie is really fast paced, hopping from one plot point to another without taking any breaks to breathe. I felt like scrolling on TikTok at some points, to be honest. The one big thing I liked about this movie though, is the set pieces. There are even more game and level Easter eggs in this movie than in the first one. Like in one scene, my favorite Smash Bros. Character Princess Peach gets her iconic umbrella gifted. Furthermore, my favorite location was the desert set piece at the beginning of the movie where Mario and Luigi find Yoshi. It was a desert place with a village of Mexican looking guys reminiscent of those desert levels with the pyramids in the background in Super Mario games. Those were always my favorite levels. Because this movie is quite fast paced, you see quite a lot of locations. The movie often doesn't explain a lot of the lore though and expects you to just accept everything without building anything up. Like at the start of the movie, Yoshi appears and just gets accepted into the group because the plot demanded it. Movie be really convenient at times, but doesn't matter. How were the characters? The old characters were mostly okay. If you liked them in the first movie, you'll like them in this one. Though there was not a lot of character development this time around. Stuff just happened to Mario and Co and they just went with it. In the last movie, Mario was the heart of the movie and had an entire arc. This time around, the only character who had any kind of meaningful arc was Bowser. And it was a joke. Jack Black as Bowser was like one of the highlights of the last movie, but in this one, they toned him down and nerfed him by giving him a potential redemption arc just to make Bowser Jr. pull him back to the dark side. Really don't understand why they just didn't let Bowser go full Silk mode like in the first movie. I swear that single decision made this movie's quality go down by a lot. Anyways, how were the new characters? Honestly, they were mostly meh. Princess Rosalina was barely in the movie, which is surprising because she's kinda important to the plot. My 15th favorite Smash Bros. Character Fox was very bland and uninteresting. They tried to give him aura by making characters in the movie say how cool he is, but honestly, the entire movie, he didn't do one better thing. Just made me miss Donkey Kong, who wasn't in the movie. Bowser Jr. was okay. He had a magic painting based power, but he seems lackluster when you compare him to Bowser from the last movie. The only fun new character was Yoshi. I liked him even though he felt a bit too Gen Z coded. But I think that's the problem in general with this movie. While the first movie had stuff for all ages to enjoy, I think to really enjoy this movie, you would need to be Gen Z or younger. I believe that especially kids will love this movie. Their boomer parents, not so much. Furthermore, this movie doesn't have a lot of memorable and funny scenes like the first one. Peaches, 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 peaches. And honestly, every line my favorite character, the Blue Star, said alone had the first Super Mario movie to go viral. And Super Mario Galaxy has almost nothing like this, so I believe this movie will have a hard time even matching the first one at the box office. I mean, the movie tried at times. In one part of the movie, they basically tried to rip off the sloth scene from the first Zootopia movie, but they failed miserably. Their version was not funny at all. On a positive note, this movie ends with a cameo from my favorite character, the depressing Blue Star from the first movie. Yay! I enjoyed this movie, but in general, if you're not very young, I would just recommend waiting for it to land on streaming. There are way better movies currently in the cinemas to throw your money at, like Ryan Gosling's Project Hail Mary. First movie review of the year, let's go. I actually had already been watching movies at the cinema like Project Hail Mary and Marty Supreme this year. I just didn't feel passionate enough to talk about them. Plus, I was also busy. We'll probably talk about them in my top 10 movies of the year video in December if they don't get dethroned by other movies later on. Well, see you when I see you.